Oh my God, you're not gonna believe this. That is a major bite, a major pull down. Best bite I've seen in a while. It's on a hot dog. This was on a hot dog. All right, y'all, I'm gonna do it again. Everybody loved it so much the first time. Pulling out more hot dogs. I know you're asking yourself, why hot dogs? You got all kinds of good bait. You got chicken, you got fresh cut bait. These things caught fish the last time. They've caught probably millions of fish around the country. So we're gonna try them today, side by side, against the good stuff. No science to cutting these things up, I've come to learn. Let's put them out on the bright colored rods. One thing I will say on hooking them, I have tried to hook them like that. That seems to be a better way to keep them on the hook. And it seems to help with the hookups. I'm getting rid of that piece of bait, put a hot dog on. It's a sin in many places, but I'm trying to find an easy bait for y'all to use. Quick, easy, down and dirty. Oh Lord, they got a hot dog fish going. Got a hot dog fish. See what we got. Got a little boat going by. Fella seen at the ramp this morning. This is not a giant fish, but first fish yet. I made a long pull out there on the main lake. A long pull, 3/4 of a mile, never had a bite. Did have some baits get pulled off though. And I decided to come up here into a creek and try it. And this is the first fish, and this is on a hot dog. So, oh, he pulled off right there at the boat. I think there's some small fish popping these baits right now. They're just either knocking them off the hook or like that one there, barely getting hooked. I think it's small fish feeding. Ain't had anything go, ain't had anything go on the chicken, so keep pulling. Guys, I may have one going on the planer board. Yep, this is on the chicken side. Again, this is not a big fish. We have not had, these bites are just very, very weak bites. What's interesting is I had guide trips out here past couple days. Yesterday, we smoked the fish. One of the best days of the year for catching fish. Today, it's slower, but maybe a little time of day thing too. A lot of the fish came a little bit later in the day, so it could be some of that going on. This one, not a giant by any means. I'll try to get it in here just so we can show some love here, see what one looks like. That there's a little channel cat, barely hooked. Again, not aggressive on the feeding part here. Matter of fact, I think he'll get a quick release back in the water. All right, guys, that's 2 bites. 1 fish to the boat, 1 fish close to the boat, 1 on chicken, 1 on the hot dog. No size to them. That first one that I hooked up on was a small fish, probably the same size as that one. You know, and they're not killing these baits. Sometimes you'll have a small channel cat hit a rod, and man, you'll think it's something sizable, and they're just feeding aggressive. Sometimes these are just reactionary bites, and I think that's what's going on. Bite's not on fire. I covered a lot of water trying to hook into some fish out there on the main lake. There was a lot of stuff around, and it just wasn't hooking up. Like I said earlier, yesterday was a great day of fishing, but we've got to change. The wind's 180 degrees to where it was yesterday. Now, does that affect the bite? Is that the reason? Who knows? It is something you pay attention to. It's a totally different setup, totally different scenario than what we had yesterday. So I'm gonna try this for a little while, see if I can hook a couple more in here, and then go back to a flat that really produced some fish yesterday. If that does not work out, it'll be later in the morning, which is about the time we were catching fish yesterday. If that doesn't work out, it's a sign that something shifted with the bite, and that's just the way fishing goes. But we'll give that a minute and see what shakes out on that. First, I'm gonna try this a little while longer, maybe stick 1 more. Well, look at there, we got another hot dog bite. Not a big one, not a big one. Another channel cat probably. We're just not into any blues here where we're at. But man, if I can just get this one to the boat so you can see it, you'll believe there's a fish on there. You can tell by the rod jerking, there's one. See if he's hooked good. Yeah, popped off again, right there at the boat. Another channel cat. That's 2, at least we've had on the dogs. But man, I think that's about a 6/0 hook. I think downsizing that hook would probably help. These are some small fish hitting. I don't know that it's as much the hot dog as just what is going on with the bite. Obviously chicken will catch some bigger fish. We're not even getting any blues on that yet. So this could be a location thing more than anything. There goes a rod right behind me over there that just got hit. That's another, what looks like a channel cat. Again, not the violent folding over the rod, aggressive feeding that you like to see. try to get on a decent bite. I'd love to see if the blue cats will eat this stuff. We know they will. We've done another video with it. I'll put you a link in the description where you can check that one out. We know it works. We know it'll catch fish. I'm just curious how consistently it will do it. Trying to find y'all an easy bait to go fishing with. See what happens. I think we may have a chicken taker here. That or it's hung. We'll find out. Oh, I think it might have been hung on something. Thought it was a slow rolling bite there. Still getting popped back here in this shallow water. It might. Part of me wonders if I shouldn't anchor up back here and try it. I don't think he's on there. We're getting hit, but man, they're small fish. I can tell you that. Hey, oh, that's funny. That's funny. I caught a perch. I was like, I don't remember putting a live bait on that thing, and it was a perch. Starting to get some of that weekend boat weight that I love. I might have a fish on this one here. That is a chicken bait. Man, another very soft, very reluctant bite. I'm gonna reel this one in like a walleye. I mean, channel cat, man, the bite is considerably slower this day. I'm even checking baits to make sure baits aren't getting pulled off, and man, it is not happening. Not happening. Not sure if there's just something frontal wise that's, you know, different. I mean, obviously the wind shifted. Not a big pressure change from what I can see. Yeah, another small channel cat that may or may not make it in the boat. Let's see how good he looks like he's hooked good. Not a bang. Small fish. Roll that hook out of his mouth. Get him back alive. Put that bait back in the water. Put a fresh one on there. Yeah, the bite's considerably slower today, guys. It's just not happening. Now, it could happen on up in the day. It's only 10:30 in the morning. I know some of the fishing we were doing on another area lake didn't start until like 10 o'clock, 10:30 bite started. Yesterday, we had a little better consistent bite. Throughout the morning, it did pick up toward the middle of the day. Bottom line is, we ain't getting a good evaluation of either of these baits as to see which one's better or worse, or just how effective it is. I was hoping, the whole reason I tried this today, because the fishing has been pretty dang good as far as catching fish of all sizes. So kind of is what it is. I'm gonna keep dragging. I'll stay out here a little while till the boat traffic runs me off. Oh my God, you're not gonna believe this. That is a major bite, a major pull down. Best bite I've seen in a while. It's on a hot dog. This was on a hot dog. That's a heck of a bite. That was a heck of a bite. This is probably a net fish. If you don't get into a bunch of stuff, we'll try to get the boat turned. There we go. It's a good sized fish. All right, see if we can keep him to the outside of these lines. It's a nettable fish. Get him to the side of the boat where we can work him. He's in a good position right now. Just letting the boat float with the wind. It's nice. I got some color. It's like a teener. Nice, nice, nice. We got all the room in the world now if he'll just stay hooked up. Just stay hooked up on a hot dog. Like I said, the best slamming bite I've seen in a while. Is it time of day? Who knows? There he is. I see color. Get my net wet. Always wet your net, guys. There he is. Helps with the slime and getting it unstuck. That's a pretty big fish for a hot dog. Get your shake out. There we go. 21 pounds. 21 pounds, guys. On a hot dog. That right there came on a hot dog. You can't make this up. What a fish. Get him back alive. All right, folks, there you go. That's a good fish. I don't care where you go, where you fish, that's a good fish. And it came on a hot dog. Now, does this mean that hot dogs are the cure-all, fix-all, the only bait to fish with, the only thing to try? Of course not. Are you gonna take hot dogs and go fish a tournament? Well, probably not. But are they a good option when You want to go fishing for a couple hours this afternoon, you don't have time or the ability to catch any live bait from the lake that you're fishing in, and you just want to put something in the water and have some fun with the kids and the family and try to catch a fish, of course, it's obviously an option. We caught fish on it today. We got bites on it today. Most were small fish, but right there was a fish many people would be happy to catch, happy to hold up and get a picture with. And if that's what it takes, if that is the bait to use to do that, then that's the bait you need to be fishing with.